Munsonyiwe sagenderera kubba bambuzaabuza Tayebwa yagamba bino ali mu kwetondera Bannayuganda mbu mumusonyiwe enguzi gy'abadde abba ng'alina Anita Amongi gy'abadde alya ssente z'omuwi w'omusolo z'abadde abba ebyobugagga byafunye ng'abba ssente z'omuwi w'omusolo mu kino ekisanja ekiwedde mumusonyiwe teyagenderera kuzibba era taliddamu kubba mbu yabuzaabuzibwa Anita Amongi kwe kubba ssente z'abadde abba. Anita Amongi abadde afuna zebbako nono n'afuna zabbako kati agamba mbu ye mumusonyiwe n'Anita Amongi tamumusonyiwa mbu yamubuzaabuza nnyo ekisinza okukozesa mbu tagenda kuddamu kubba. Ulira yo ebigambo bye.
To me, this is not just an opportunity but a challenge. A challenge to look at the trust the party has put in me despite the challenges we have been facing as an institution. That means that they've seen that I can spearhead critical reforms using my institutional memory. And I'm very, very happy with Jacob Boss because we've known each other. By the way, he has been one of the people I've been consulting widely and deeply on issues of governance and legislative processes. So I'm excited with him coming in because we are going to tackle the critical issues. We must respond to the public. The public has been raising issues to do with accountability, issues to do with the processes of how we do our work, issues of human resource, and I think now we are going to be following the book to the letter. We have to follow the law to the letter. We have to bring back the confidence of Parliament, because the moment Parliament is doubted, then how will it be able to pursue its most critical role of accountability and oversight? So to me, we have to rebuild that trust. We have to start on a new slate. We don't need to wait. And these are not complicated things. No, issues of transparency, of reducing on the tension that has been within the corridors, the issues we've been having with the public. I think we have to be more open. We open up and we subject ourselves to very, very serious work. That's the only way that we shall have an institution that the public respects, and that's how it can also benefit the NRM government. No, these are my friends, and most of them, and if you talk to them, they called me and said, look, we want an opportunity also. We want an opportunity to be seen, to give our ideas, and if you pick some of the ideas, they have even told the president. So it wasn't any serious competition at all. That's why you had the applause that I got when they announced my name. It was clearly unanimous. So to me, it wasn't a sign of saying I'm weak or what, but also the confidence that you can stand against me and you be sure that I will not come up to revenge against you. I really love it, you know. These are my comrades. So we are going to work together. We are good friends, and I believe the comradeship that we need in the House, on all sides of the aisle, from opposition to the ruling party, is what will make us brothers and sisters who must perform the duties required of them as legislators.
What is your message for them now that they have stood down for you?
Yes, my message is that thank you for showing the unity. This is the NRM way. You know, I have listened to very many lectures from the president, but the lecture he gave us in SEC on Friday really touched me deeply, and he repeated it today. That lecture has made me really rethink on the issues I usually pursue. The question of what, why, and how. Then once you answer that question, you come to the one of who. Now, if I had gotten that message even very, very well, I don't think I would have offered myself in 2021. Because most of the times we move when it's about me. Me, it's my chance, it's my time, it's my what. But now I was very, very patient. By the way, when all these controversies happened and I was engaging with several leaders, I told them, I said, look, I don't want to be a problem. I would rather sit aside. Okay? I was extremely okay with it. Some of the leaders consulted me on who can even replace me. And I gave names. And I was at peace with that. Because I'm also talented on the business side, where I've been for very, very many years. But then the leaders came and said, no, there is a problem. So we have a question of what, of why and how. And so Tayebwa, you can help us address the question of who. That's how I came in. I didn't want, because I've seen some people have sent me messages, comrades really writing some of the things that are unpalatable, that are extremely. I sent my brother Odongo Toy a message asking him that, right, honorable my brother, am I that evil? Because I sit and I reflect on myself. I said, am I that evil? You are portraying me like this as if really I'm that evil? And I don't need an answer from him. I just need him to go and reflect on it. Because you make some statements about people. Like I think was it Shakespeare telling Julius Caesar that he who takes my money takes nothing but trash. But he who takes my name or destroys my name takes that which is nothing to him but everything to me. Okay? Some of these people know us. They know how we've been. But the advent of social media that has come, where people are looking for views and are looking for followers, then after reaching hundreds of thousands of followers, they start commercializing, is going to destroy us. You go, you talk things about a person when you know that you are lying in your own heart. But I forgive them because they are comrades, and I think I will look for them. We have coffee and we talk about these things. You might never know I might be that evil and I need to reform. You know, I shouldn't just dismiss them outrightly. But sometimes it goes beyond. So I will focus on the task. The president has humbled me so much. He's been my major defender and comforter. And then my senior brother, General MK, and my elder and chief listener, General Salim Salim, and members of the NRM caucus who have really listened to me deeply. I'm really humbled, and I believe it's a challenge, and we are going to transform this house. By the way, I can even put a deadline. That house, to reform it, I don't need more than 1 hour of decision making. I don't. To reform that house, to change it completely, I don't need more than 1 hour of reform, because I only need to follow processes. I think there is where we had a lapse as leaders, and I want to take this opportunity to apologize to the nation on behalf of the leadership of Parliament, because there is where we had a lapse. There is where we didn't put some brake. You know, we went on a pedestal and we went beyond. So I really want to apologize to the nation over what went wrong. And I do believe that working together and without blaming anyone, but focusing on where we are going to change that institution in the shortest possible period.
For the office of the Speaker, I feel so indebted and humbled by the trust, enormous trust that has been placed on my head. I will not take that lightly, neither will I take it for granted. I pledge to represent the views of the caucus and the SEC, and even of my other friends in PLU, because PLU is aligned to NRM. So I want to thank them for all the endorsement. And tomorrow, as we go out for the first sitting of Parliament where Speaker will be elected, I still count on the support of our members that will be able to make a statement to the whole country that this was by consensus and not coercion. I want to thank those who have stepped down as a view of building consensus. Parliament should be, the Speaker, being a Speaker is not a throne. It's a seat where we sit to execute mandate that is created by the Constitution. So the first step is that Dr. Simwe, the woman MP of Masindi, and Honorable Rion, they stepped down in sec willingly and to let me go unopposed. And I want to thank them very much.
When we designed the 1 million per homestead for PDM, for Robusta, we could buy 450 seedlings for 180,000 shillings. That's why we designed 1 million. So for 1 million, 180,000, you remain with 820,000. But now I hear that a seedling of coffee is now like 2,000 or what? No. This is not for business. The government will give free seedlings. Just identify government lands, different areas, we are going to produce free seedlings for coffee especially, maybe later for fruits, and maybe for cocoa. But the agreement we have here with you is that you must chase poverty from your areas and create jobs. That's how we shall stabilize the politics of the country. The Chagulanyi has been trying to bring trouble here. But I normally interact with the children he is trying to misuse. And they come out. He's in America. He was waiting. That I will not swear. I will. The people who I am with the people. He's just there with the homosexuals. But you find the children they are trying to mislead are these ones who have not engaged. And in order to consolidate stability, everybody must be engaged. Part of the lack of engagement is not knowing. Is okunyoma. Okunyoma byawano. Okunyoma is to look. Okunyoma is what? To neglect, to look down, to despise. Here, what we do here, and look for the things in Dubai, working as a houseboy, they think is more important than growing coffee here. But when I showed the films here of Basangwa, the diaspora in UK came and said, Balimba, how can somebody make 20 million shillings a day in Uganda? They came up to Kamuli to see. They didn't believe it. That one can make 20 million shillings a day through a small plot of land like that. So, getting rid of poverty and lack of jobs is not only for wealth and socio-economic, it is also for security, to stabilize, so that people they are sure about their future here in Uganda, that they will be prosperous without having to go outside and beg jobs from other people. So I thank you for agreeing to our proposals. Electing a speaker without empaka. A speaker should not have empaka. Abawagira speaker, abatawagira speaker. We said the empaka is what in Luo? Anyeke. What is it? Anywega. Anywega Marach.
Your Excellency, it is Anywena.
Anywena. We don't want Anywena in the issue of speaker and deputy speaker. It should be by consensus, not by voting and fighting and competing and mobilizing and lobbying. That's not how the speaker should be. So
why for you mobilize? Why for you lobby? Why for you you be more empaka? Lwaki ebyo byakukaya na lwaki ebyo byakutta bantu kaludde agamba muno Bobi Wine ali with homosexuals n'abali BBC agamba yali wana ali n'abantu Mububi ne mu America ngamba tajja kulayira wapi Bobi Wine ayogera ko ndino je Museveni tajja kulayira yachogera ko omanyi ono boy bamu feedinga information eri wrong nabanga atambulira kweyo ono boy alaka ne bina maso mu tabimanyi kyovula buli kimu amala googera kubanga bamu feedinga bali boy bagala awulire ebimusanyusa ebimukyamana nakwata sente n'abawa nenga it's not the reality Bobi Wine ayogera ko ndi mu America nti Museveni tajja kulayira tulabye mama